everyone. You're welcome to this episode of Mathematics Tutorials brought to you by Maske Mathematics Tutorials. My name is Eric. Now, in this episode, we are going to find a solution to this question that we have on the board. And the question says, find the value of x. Right now, the question says that 5 raised to the power 2x minus 3 minus 6 into brackets 5 raised to the power x minus 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Right, so now let's put here solution. So we write here solution, and then we put here 5, that is the question, 5 raised to the power 2x minus 3 minus 6, so minus 6 into brackets 5 raised to the power x minus 2, 5 raised to the power x minus 2 plus 1. Now this is equal to 0. Right, so this is what we have. Now what you're going to do is this: we are going to apply the quotient rule of indices to rewrite these expressions, or to rewrite this part of the equation. So this, using the rule, the quotient rule, a raised to the power m over a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n. This can be rewritten as 5 raised to the power 2x all over 5 raised to the power 3 minus 6 multiplying 5 raised to the power, so we have 5 raised to the power x all over 5 raised to the power 2 plus 1. This is equal to 0. So this is what we have. All right. So now what you're going to do is this. We come here and say that we have 2 raised to the power x over here, and here we have 5 raised to the power x. So our aim is that we should also have 5 raised to the power x over here. So that means that we can use the power of power rule to separate these two powers over here in the form a raised to the power m multiplying n. So that means we can rewrite 5 raised to the power 2x as 5 raised to the power x, then raised to the power 2. That's multiplying x. So when we multiply this by this, is the same as that. So we are going to do that. So we shall have 5 raised to the power x multiplying 2 all over 5 raised to the power 3 minus 6 multiplying 5 raised to the power x. So 6 multiplying 5 raised to the power x all over 5 raised to the power 2. So 5 raised to the power 2. So this plus 1, this is equal to 0. So this is what we have. So from this part, or from here, we know what to do. Now what you're going to do is, since we have 5 raised to the power x here and 5 raised to the power x here, let's denote 5 raised to the power x by any letter of our choice. So let's say a. All right. So let's write here and say that let that is 5 raised to the power x be equal to a. All right, so we have a. So now let's come here and continue. So what we're going to do is, let's wipe this thing and then draw a line over here. All right, so let's continue. So now, wherever we see 5 raised to the power x, we're going to put a over there. So it means that here we can rewrite this equation as 5 raised to the power x, that is 5 raised to the power, let's come down a little bit. So 5 raised to the power, so we have 5 raised to the power a. We said 5, let's 5 raised to the power x be a. So we shall have a raised to the power 2, that is a squared, because this whole thing is a, so a squared. All right, now this is over 5 raised to the power 3 is 125, that is 5 times 5 times 5, so we have 125. So we have 125 minus This is going to be 6 times a. This is a. 5 raised to the power x is a. So we have a. So 6 multiplying a will be 6a. So we shall have 6a. Or let's bring it back a little bit. So we shall have 6a all over 5 squared is 25. So that gives us 25. Plus 1. This is equal to 0. So this is what we have. So this is what we have. Now this is a quadratic equation, so we are going to do away with this fraction. And then, so what is the LCM of the denominators? The LCM of the denominators is 125. So we shall multiply through by 125. We multiply here by 125. We multiply here by 125. And we multiply here to by 125. And that will obviously give us 0. So 125 into 125 is 1. 1 times a squared will give us a squared minus 25 will go into 125. That is 5 times 5 times 6a will give us 30a. So we shall have 30a plus 1 times 125 is 125. This is equal to 0. So we have 0 over here. So this is what we have. All right. So this is a quadratic equation. Now we are looking for two factors to solve this question. Now two numbers, when we add or subtract, we get negative 30. When we multiply them, we have 125. What are the two numbers? So when we multiply them, we get 125. When we add or subtract, we shall get 30. So what about negative 25 and negative 5? When we add this, what do we get? We get negative 30. And then when we multiply them, we have positive 125. So the two numbers are negative 25 or negative 5 and negative 25. So let's come here and form two brackets. So we have two brackets over here. So two brackets, this is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. So we have a minus 5, and then we have a minus 25. These are the two numbers. So now we are going to solve this to have two answers. So we shall have a to be equal to, when 5 crosses the equal sign, we shall have a is equal to 5. Or we shall have a is equal to, when negative 25 crosses the equal sign, we shall have 25. So this is what we have. Now, this is not the answers that we are looking for. Remember, we are looking for x. We are solving for x, but we denoted 5 raised to the power x to be equal to a. So we shall say that in looking for x, we shall equate 5 raised to the power x to the two answers that we shall have. All right. So what we shall do is that we shall say that when a is equal to 5, so let's set up two equations. So we shall have 5 raised to the power x is equal to this 5 when a is equal to 5. Or let's have 5 raised to the power x, that is 5 raised to the power x is equal to, when a is equal to 25. So this is what we have. And then by solving this, what do we have? 5 raised to the power x. So if we have 5 raised to the power x is equal to 5, means that there's a power of 1. When the bases are equal, what do? We equate the exponent. So it means x will be equal to 1. Or in this equation that we have set over here, if we have 5 raised to the power x is equal to 25, it means that 5 raised to the power x is the same as 5 raised to the power 2, which is 25. So when the bases are equal, what do? X will be equal to 2. So that means we shall rewrite this as 5 raised to the power x is equal to 5 raised to the power 2, which is 25. So now that the bases are equal, what do? We say x. So we shall write here x is equal to 1, or Rx is equal to 2. All right, so this is what we have. So these are the answers to the value of x. So the value of x is two values. That is, x is equal to 1, or x is equal to 2. On that note, thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and be notified whenever we upload a new video. Don't forget to give this video a thumb up and see you in our next and other videos. Bye for now.